Hey guys, today I'm making my version of Mississippi pot roast. I'll show you how I do it. All right, I am using boneless chuck roast. I bought two, we're a big family, and we like to have leftovers. So, I'm not going straight into the crock pot with this. I'm going to cube it to big chunks, and I'm going to sear it in my cast iron. So that's what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna get all this cut up. We're gonna season it and we're gonna sear it. I probably should have sharpened my knife before this, but it is what it is. I've cut my chunks 2 to 3 inches, just big chunks. They do not have to be perfect. So I'm gonna take some garlic powder, and I'm gonna use onion powder, and I'm gonna use black pepper. So we're just gonna give these a little turn, get them seasoned. There. All right, that was my garlic. Here's my onion powder. Lots of seasoning, lots of flavor. And we're gonna sear these a few at a time. We don't want to overcrowd our pan like I tend to do a lot. All right, black pepper, much as you like. All right, good to go. So I have my cast iron. We're going this way. I've got my cast iron. It's pretty hot. We're gonna smoke some when we put these in the pan. All right, good bit of olive oil. And we're gonna go in with a few of these. And we're looking for some good color on these guys. This is gonna get our meat started. It's gonna get it nice and caramelized before we put it in the crock pot. All right, one more piece. All right, we'll do this in a few batches. Show you how it looks. Let's split these guys. We're gonna wanna get this color on all sides. So, all right, see? A little caramelized, looking delicious. All right, a couple minutes on that side. Just a warning, guys, these do pop everywhere. Your stove's gonna be a mess, but it's worth it because it makes the flavor so much better. All right, these are done. I'm going to go, ow, it's really popping me. I'm gonna go straight into my crock pot with these, and we're gonna sear the rest of them. And then I'll show you how we finish it off. Whoa, that is really hot. Ooh. All right. I'll be back in a minute. I'll show you how I'm gonna season the rest of it and how long I'll set the crock pot for. Now that I've made a total disaster of my stove, I'm going to get my pan off of the eye. And I'm going to show you my packets that I add and everything I put in here to make it delicious. All right, come on. So we have our browned meat. It looks delicious as is, but we're going to add to it. I have a pack of ranch dressing mix. I did not add salt to my meat before I seared it because these packets have so much salt in them, so much sodium. So you really don't need to add any extra. All right, there was our ranch dressing. Typically in a Mississippi pot roast, you add an au jus packet, but I couldn't find any today. So I grabbed a savory pot roast. It's still gonna be delicious, guys. So, it smells pretty good. All right, there's that. All right. Another thing that's typically in the Mississippi pot roast is an entire stick of butter. But to me, this chuck roast has enough fat in it that I don't need to add a stick of butter. Would it be delicious? Absolutely, and I would still eat it, but I'm not gonna add it today. So I'm adding a lot of garlic. We love garlic, so I'm gonna put it in there. All right, last thing I'm gonna add is, I'm gonna add banana pepper rings. Typically, again, they add pepperoncini peppers, but I wanted the ones that are sliced so that I can have some with every single bite when the roast is done. So I'm gonna open these guys up. And we're gonna put quite a bit in there because we really love these. All right. All right, that's about half a jar, and I'm going to pour in some juice because it's great. All right, there we go. Made a mess. All right, I'm gonna go to my crock pot and I'm gonna set this on, you could do low and cook it all day long. I'm gonna put it on high for a few hours and we'll see how it is. All right, high. And what time is it? 2:26. I'm gonna go 4 hours. It's about time for a new crock pot. This one has seen better days, but I'm gonna do 4 hours on high and we'll be back to check on it. 5.5 hours later, our pot roast is finally done. I cooked this on high for 5.5 hours and it is literally falling apart. I do not need forks to shred it. It is shredding itself. So I'm gonna make my plate, guys. I made a few other sides, but also I cut corners sometimes, and I bought pre-made mashed potatoes. So that's what we're having our roast with. By the way, these squash patties I made, I'll get you the recipe if you want it. They are really, really good. It's my grandpa's recipe. All right, I'm gonna make a little dip in my potatoes and fill her up with roast. This looks and smells so good. The peppers, pretty much melted. Yummy. Also, it's really hot in here. Standing over the stove. All right. Beans. Sorry. And we're gonna add a squash patty. Let me try to find a pretty one. These are so good, y'all. We'll do those two right there. Yum. All right, guys, that was it. This is my version of Mississippi pot roast. Some people might say that's not Mississippi pot roast, but either way, it's really good. So thanks for watching. Give us a like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.